Ladies and gentlemen, it's five. Like, it's five. I ain't gonna talk about no minutes. It's five, okay? 5 in the morning. And I was gonna be getting up. I got some work I need to do today. And I was gonna, you know what? I was probably gonna get up in a minute. I got something I need to take care of, and I'm gonna go take care of that. Now, and then I gotta go into town. I gotta go all the way into town on a Sunday. Do you guys know how horrible that is? That's a long drive on a Sunday. That's gonna be a boring drive, but I'm gonna have my music. Me and the essence of a woman. By the way, I'm not joking with you about that song. I love that song. I loved it, that song, so much that the last time I was driving, I listened to that song like 12 times in a row. You better believe it, because I didn't feel like hitting the button to find another song, so I just kept playing it. And whoo-wee, I enjoyed myself driving on up there just listening to the essence of a woman. I'm sorry, you just have to understand. I loved it, that song. Now, we got something to talk about. A young lady contacted me, and she's from one of them belt states, that and that the state that she from, I don't like. I don't like it. I've dealt with it many times, but she from there. And as I was talking to her, she was asking some questions, and she was talking about taxes. Now, I don't do the tax thing, but she wasn't talking directly about taxes. She was talking indirectly. And because she was asking certain things and talking about certain things, I decided to give her something, or I should say something, And when I gave it to her, I told her, now, look, I ain't never talked about this like this. Now, I didn't mention it on video, but I ain't never talked about it. I said, because if I tell people this, too many people will take it and they will misuse it. I said, but here you go. Now, you need to do your research. And I always tell y'all got to do your own research. You can't use my research. My research is mine. I can explain why I do what I do. Okay? Oh, sorry. Even with her consult, I created a white paper. Hooey. That white paper is something else. I done hit the wrong switch. Man, I just be switching and be hitting switches, and man, I be, low rider. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this white paper, I have a total of 3 white papers now. Well, actually 4. One is on a blockchain, but that ain't got nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying? But I got 4 white papers out there, but 3 of them dealing with taxes. Because here's the thing. If you guys were to take that white paper I gave y'all on taxes, and if you were to study it, not do mean study it diligently, you change everything. You don't even realize it. We did the video telling y'all how y'all can do y'all selves a favor by using it as a job. Well, why don't you make it your job to study taxes? Why don't you call it going to school, like I've called my many escapades of going to school? Why don't you do it? Because that would do you some good. Now look, it is 5 o'clock in the morning, and I shouldn't be talking about taxes this early in the morning. You know you ain't supposed to be talking about no taxes, but I's got to get up from here. I don't want to get up. I want to stay right here because it is probably 19 or 17 degrees. Oh, and this coming weekend, we're going to have 3 straight days of some rain, they say. And while we having that rain, the temperature is going to be dropping. We ain't even going to get above 45. We've been in the 80s for the last couple of weeks. I mean, we ain't even seen well, we've seen a little bit of frost, but we ain't seen it like we're about to see it. Oh, winter finally going to kick in. It's about time. I know, be careful what you wish for. It's about time. Look, we don't want summer 12 hours a day, 24 hours a year. We don't want no 365 degrees. We don't want that. We want seasons, because they change. Seasons change. Feelings change. It's been so long since I found you, but it seems like yesterday. Yay! What? That's my girl. Well, expose, my girls. You know what I'm saying? What, y'all don't know about expose? Y'all better look up Seasons Change. Those of y'all who don't know nothing about music. Expose, man, they were all right with their Seasons Change. Well, anyway, we won't change in seasons. Lord have mercy. Y'all just need to know. We ain't got that here. We 80 degrees every day. We even got did we get to 80 yesterday? We got to 80 yesterday. Now that I think about it, Lord have mercy. Well, it's the last 80 days. Well, I don't know. Today might be 82, but I know we starting to dip. I mean, we gonna really dip next weekend. So 7 days from now, y'all gonna hear me complaining. Had to run the heater all day is what you gonna hear me complaining. All right. Now look, back to the conversation. Look, I am not the tax guy. I'm not here to explain taxes to you in a consultation. That's not what I do. All I do is give you a better understanding of taxes. I just give you another way. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. During the consult, I told her, watch what I do. And I said to the GPT, mathematics and accounting are not the same thing. Then I said arithmetic and accounting are not the same thing. Now, if you don't believe me, if you want a better education of understanding accounting and taxation, put that in your GPT. Just ask it, is mathematics and accounting the same thing? Just that simple. See, I didn't ask it. I told it. Mathematics and accounting are not the same thing because they're not. People think that math and arithmetic and accounting are equal. It's just adding and subtracting, and it's not. Accounting has nothing to do with adding and subtracting. Accounting has everything to do with recognition. Okay, recognizing what is to be what is. Now that sounds confusing, doesn't it? And that's why you gotta learn to know and not know to learn. Okay? You gotta learn to know these facts. It has nothing to do with your rationale, your reasoning, your logic. Many people end up getting in trouble doing taxes because they try to use their own logic. You cannot use your logic. That's why they have GAAP, General Accepted Accounting Principles. That's why they have ASC, okay, Accounting Standards, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, that's why they have that, because it's their reasoning, not yours. You have to reason according to those standards, not according to yours. And that's why so many of you are confused. And then you think their standards are too difficult to understand, and they're not. They're not. You just have to have a basic knowledge in order to understand their bull crap, okay? So, do yourselves a favor. Just start with that. Start with that phrase. And then the next phrase, tax phrase you're going to do, an event is not like going to a concert when it comes to taxes. And then have it explain what an event is. An event is very important because that deals precisely and directly with recognition and realization. The event. When did the event happen? Does the date of the event have anything to do with the recognition? That's your question. Who-wee. Now look, these are little knickknacks, but you need to understand it before you do your tax. Look, he said little knickknacks and tax. He made it rhyme. So, ladies and gentlemen, I was going to go because I don't want to keep y'all here watching the skies fall down on me. Man, that's a whole lot of light. Oh, well, y'all has a good day, okay? Gotta go. Arrivederci. Adios.